Alright, so for this video, I've decided to do a new challenge. So pretty much, I'm going to be grinding to 3rd C with only gun. So I can only use guns to grind. I cannot use absolutely anything else. Nothing else. As you can see, to start it off, I did gift myself some stuff from an alternate account. I gave myself 2 times mastery, and I gave myself 2 times money, because you're not going to catch me grinding through this game from the beginning with absolutely nothing. Not a chance. So to start the grinding process, as you can see, I set myself also 10k money. So of course I can get myself a slingshot, a musket, flintlock, whatever I need to start out this challenge, because I'm not allowed to use my fist, I'm not allowed to use sword, I'm only allowed to use guns. So I had to pretty much just swim my way all over to the middle town and buy what I needed, and from there it was just a matter of experimenting with what's gonna get me into 2nd C the fastest. Man, I gotta put down like a lot of time into this. I gotta make sure that I'm really set here. I don't even remember how much the guns cost. So as soon as I got here, I literally saw that 10k I got sent was literally, I couldn't even afford the flintlock. I had to resort to slingshot, which is basically half of the cash that I gifted myself. From there, I was literally down to half of what I started with. Now, I did pick slingshot because it has the DPS among all of the weapons, because it's incredibly fast, and that's kind of what I needed. Oh gosh, wait, this is gonna kind of suck. Not even starting the challenge, and already I was literally having a mental breakdown. I was dealing 5 damage per shot to these bandits. I was not going through these guys as fast as I wanted to. This was not gonna go anywhere at this rate. I had to really invest all of my points into gun in order to really stand a chance here. And I can only hit them one at a time. I'm certain I can. And yes, that was another issue. Slingshot M1 can only hit 1 enemy at a time. It doesn't have enough AoE on the M1 to hit more than 1 enemy. So while other people could gather all of them up and hit them, at the moment I couldn't even do that. I had to just do it one by one. Oh, dude, I'm not gonna get anything done with this. I might as well just XP codes. All right. Yep, already at this point, I was already going to XP codes to make this quicker, because this was not going anywhere. This was going nowhere. I was already using XP codes, and normally when I do start a new game, I don't use XP codes because I want to make sure I get into a good position before I do that. But the issue here is that this slingshot was taking so long, and it was dealing so little damage that I didn't have a choice. I had to use XP codes because this wasn't going anywhere. So I did that, grinded, and made my way to the Monkey Island, and I don't think I really fared much better over there. It's just, it takes too long to reload. I think slingshot is the best choice for me right now. Where did I have to buy refined? I don't know if it was at the Marine Fortress, because I might as well just get refined slingshot. It costs 30k. Oh, blacksmithing. I forgot about that. I might want to do that too. At this point, I was already looking for other options. I considered getting refined slingshot. It costs 30k, that's not too bad. I think I could grind that up pretty quickly, as you guys see. And of course, upgrading was also an option. I get a 20% boost from upgrading something like refined slingshot. The issue is, one of the materials are easy to get. I'm pretty sure it was leather or scrap metal. That's not the problem. The issue is the wings.
I just know something bad is going to happen. Huh?
I don't get those until level 500 or 400 whenever I get to Upper Skylands, because the enemies that drop those are way above my level. There was no way I was going to grind them at the moment, and with their low drop rate, I was going to be sitting there for a while and missing out on leveling, so I didn't really have that as an option. Did I miss? I don't even think I hit him. Oh, I'm doing squat, bro. This is garbage. Wait, can I kill this guy? Come on. Dang. I should probably just server hop. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna save me a massive amount of time. Massive. I think I'll turn this into like a multiple part series. And as you can tell, that's what ended up happening. As you can see, I'm pretty much just server hopping gorilla just to level up faster pretty much. I am trying to do this as quick as possible. I want fast progression. That's pretty much what I'm doing here. Rewatching this part of the video where I was buying weapons, I'm really confused why I didn't just grind a little bit more to just go ahead and buy refined slingshot. I think at this moment I forgot about refined slingshot and just went to buy these other weapons, which was a slight mistake on my part. I love the model though. It's I love this. It's kind of satisfying. Extra reload animation. Let's see. It deals more damage, but that does not beat the that does not beat the DPS. Oh no. This is the point where I realized I really just threw a bunch of money down the drain. The reload on this was super slow, and the extra damage that it dealt was not enough. I turned the flintlock. It was faster. It was better than musket, but it still was not better than slingshot. Ultimately, I literally just switched back because there was no way I was going to use that. Absolutely no way. After spending a good amount of time grinding on this island, I literally forgot that I have already gotten 30k many levels ago. So I decided to go pick that up. I was praying that it was going to be better than what I had. I needed that refined slingshot to be good because this regular slingshot, as nice as it is that it's fast, its damage is too low, and I was really hoping that refined slingshot would give me exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. Dual flintlock. This is big refined. I guess I want to do a little small comparison. It's at 1 mastery, so we gotta take that into account. 30. I am messing up. Okay. 64. Oh, that is double, and it's at 1 mastery. Whoa. Okay. It did not disappoint at all. This weapon was at 1 mastery, and it did more than double the damage of my regular slingshot. And if you guys don't know, with the more mastery you have, the more damage you do. This completely blew my slingshot with an alright amount of mastery out of the water. And it was just literally just that one mastery. Oh, that is way better. Oh, that is way better. Oh, that is so much better. This was great news because I basically cut the amount of time I was spending on these enemies by half. I have pretty much doubled the process of killing these guys. However, I still had a low amount of energy, so I wasn't moving around as quickly. But I was going to remedy that later by just getting flash step to move around faster. And pretty much everything from here is smooth sailing for now. I do come across some more issues. I did lose a little bit of footage of me grinding, but I pretty much got to Desert Island and I started grinding these guys with my refined with my refined slingshot, and it was actually putting in pretty good work. I was actually going through these guys pretty quickly now, and I've been only exclusively been putting points into my gun. So I was doing really, really good here. I was actually dealing more damage than I was supposed to because normally players would have to evenly distribute their stats. Thanks to how spammable my gun is, I didn't even have to do that. I could just do whatever I want. I didn't even have to, as long as I didn't get in range of them, energy and health didn't matter. I could dump all of my points. I also ended up getting to the ability teacher. I was able to buy everything I needed. I got sky jumping, I got flash stepping, and I got aura for more damage on my weaponry. and it gave me a 10% boost, I believe, at the moment. But once I get to stage 1, I'll pretty much have achieved the maximum amount of damage I can get from my aura when it comes to my weapons. This was going really, really well. But as you can also see here, I'm already starting to struggle with codes. I'm already going through a decent amount of them, so I was already kind of running out. It wasn't all bad, but I know things were not really going to be good for me as soon as I run out of these codes. But then something really weird happened. Out of nowhere, it said that I was in combat. As soon as I saw that message, I zoomed out and I looked around and I did not see any players at all. It said in combat and I was like, why am I in combat? I didn't see any players. There was nobody. There was literally nobody. I looked around the trees. Eventually, I went inside the buildings to look, and it still said it was in combat. Eventually, the message disappeared, and I minded my own business, but then it popped up again, and I was like, what do you know? What the hell is going on here? I zoomed out again. I even went into the cave. There was literally nobody. It said in combat again, and I didn't know why. I was actually like super intrigued at this point. I was like, where is this coming from? I was searching up and down in the buildings everywhere. It still said in combat, and I didn't find a single person. I thought it was a hacker, but you can see a hacker coming. Like, you can see the pause. You can see a hacker. Normally you'll see them, floating above the enemies, auto farming them and doing all this stuff. I didn't see him anywhere. Bro, at this point, I was checking the hills to see if I could walk through them. I was literally checking every ridge over the mountain. Like, it's like there was no one ever there at all. I still don't know why this message ended up appearing. And it was at this point I got to my favorite quest in the game. Defeat 8 snowmans.
Did I read that right? Defeat 8 snowmans.
That's a classic. That's a classic. At this point, I was pretty much beating up these snowmans until I got to a high enough level for the boss. And then from there, I was literally just server hopping for the Yeti. Just server hopping, server hopping, server hopping. Dude, I was milking the heck. I was milking the heck out of this boss, bro. Pause. I was literally milking these quests. Like, I was going through these things like crazy, like woodwork. I refused to even go to the next island I was supposed to be at. I ended up skipping like the entirety of the Marine Fortress except for one quest. I was good. At this point, I was like, screw it. Let's beat up some other players. I went after this poor guy that was using gravity. I feel pretty bad for doing that. Getting stuck with gravity, I think I'd rather get stuck with spring, as much trash as I talk about that fruit. But pretty much it was the same deal. And then there was a guy with kitsune. I thought he was probably a low-level player, and then I saw the neon color of his hockey. So I was like, oh, I don't have anything to lose. Let me just attack this guy. He didn't even register me as a threat. He literally just sat there and was just chilling, having a regular conversation. I was just sitting here shooting at this guy. He literally didn't even care. Like, I was a side character to this guy. Like, I didn't even exist.
I don't stop, bro. I don't want to fight.
Take this!
Come on, bro. Move.
Wait! No! The natural oils from his face got onto my hands! It's attacking my body!
Like, he could walk past me and I would literally like fall apart into meat pieces. That's literally how strong this guy was. He was not budging at all. He was sitting there tanking everything. Honestly, from his perspective, it was probably just a little bit of heat. Fortunately, I server hopped again, and I actually caught this server in time because I saw a hacker right in front of me just hacking. I shot her out of the sky. Him, I don't know. I shot them out of the sky like a bird out of freaking duck hunt, and they collapsed to the ground, and I just decided to server hop from there. I'm just glad they didn't take that Yeti from me. So I finally found a player to PvP. I shot him, and he got erased quicker than a whiteboard before finals week. The guy didn't even have time to react. I completely sniped him out of existence. Father Usopp would be proud of me. So this goofy boy comes back with a vengeance, but he forgot to disable his PvP shield. That's like a chef entering a cooking competition and forgetting to turn on the stove. I don't know how you manage that. The guy probably didn't even realize that it was off. However, I found a true challenger. I found a chop user. I use guns so I don't have to worry, but this guy completely destroyed me. It was like trying to outswim a shark with floaties on. I could not get away from the guy, especially with my lack of energy. I got absolutely worked. Oh no, but worry not. I rose from the ashes like a phoenix on energy drinks. I missed my first shot, but the second one, ooh, that shot was cleaner than a germaphobe's kitchen during flu season, baby. This guy did not stand a chance. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Oh my god, I sound so stupid. Next time I hopped on, I basically got out of the snow place, snow island, whatever, and the Valentine's event came out, and then I took advantage of something. I started sending friend requests to my alt account, which was in game, and then I started sending friend requests to other people in the game for another 45% experience boost. So basically, I had 2 times XP active, and then I also had an extra 45% XP. This Valentine's event was going to be my big break to get to second C as fast as I can. This was perfect. It was perfect. Down to the last minute detail. So thanks to completely milking that last island I was at, I pretty much just skipped all my way to the Admiral, and I only had to take like a few quests from here, and I was pretty much going to be at the Sky Island. Just like that. I think the strategy I was going for this was actually pretty good. I think I saved myself a lot of time, and I think the way I was doing this was really, really good. And that extra 45% XP was really, really coming in. It was really working out for me. Also, I have a personal vendetta against this boat. I tried to steer this boat out of the Marine Fortress for like a full 30 seconds, and I couldn't do it. It couldn't steer. Adding wings to this boat is like giving a cactus a pair of skis. It made no sense. I think the wings were stopping it from steering. I don't know, wind resistance. I'm trying to make some explanation to cope with the fact that I couldn't even steer this out of Marineford. All right, from here, I finally approached Skylands. I sat there for a little bit watching my boat jiggle back and forth, and then I went back up. I was already at the Dark Masters, which was nice because I could not afford this trip of going up and down with the other NPCs that were down there. I made quick work of these guys. It was pretty simple grinding. Nothing interesting happened at this part. On this separate day that I recorded, dude, I was going ham. But not before being completely disappointed by what was on stock.
You should reset character now and give somebody else a piece of that oxygen and ozone layer that's covered up so we can breathe inside this blue trapped bubble.
All they had was money, but I decided to take it. It would probably be more helpful later on when I guess I get observation and other stuff. Don't know what else. I don't know, maybe when I awaken my race, because I do plan to take this to 3rd C after all. I quickly made my way to the island. As soon as I got there, I immediately got to work. I was already destroying all of these guys, getting my levels, doing everything I need to do. Bro, this island, I got to a crazy level at this island thanks to the 3 bosses that spawn here. I really got a huge boost, especially from the friendship boost from the 45% XP on the Valentine's event. I was going ham. Absolutely ham to the wall. Warden. Oh, I don't want to server hop for all this because I gotta refriend people. So one of my plans was to get Cupid glasses because it increases your gun damage by 12.5%. And what do they put instead? They put Spirit here. I was literally sitting here like, I would have loved to have Spirit on an all count because I don't want to spend a large amount of Robux to get my alt account situated. So I just decided to hop with the race reroll and then the money that was there. And unfortunately, I got Angel, which I get hops, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for at the moment. So I come back here and this guy absolutely destroys me. He burns me. This guy hits me. This guy hits me with the LOE. But from here, we are skipping forward ahead like crazy. But next time we do pick up on the series, on the second episode, I went through everything. I bought the cape, hitting second seat at and I went over to Volcano Island to continue.